Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, I'm so happy that you found me. My name is Kimberly Carlton. I'm a certified evidential medium, intuitive guide, and mentor, and I love to talk about mediumship and the spirit world. Sharing what I know with others fuels my soul, but I understand everything I personally believe in or teach will not resonate with everyone. I truly try to come from a place of service, not only to those here, but to those within the spirit realm as well. So with that said, today I want to touch on a subject that might be a little bit touchy for some. I would just ask that you keep an open mind and just take what resonates with you personally. Hopefully you will find something helpful, because that is my goal. But today I want to talk about the topic of certification within mediumship, which has definitely been highlighted more and more with the increase in popularity and public acceptance. Where mediumship was once taboo, it's now a bit more mainstream due to popular TV shows and public figures, which is awesome. But while the positives greatly outweigh the negatives in terms of how fast mediumship has grown over the last few decades, there is, however, an area of concern I believe we should look at, because it's up to us within the field to hold ourselves accountable and help one another become the best mediums possible in order to be of service. Unfortunately, underdeveloped mediums jumping in too soon as a professional medium is on the rise, and most times no fault of their own. For today, I would like to focus on one possible way to avoid this from happening, because it's extremely important to keep the profession of mediumship to a really high standard, just like other professionals aim for high standards, but also because mediumship does unfortunately come under scrutiny and skepticism. It's extra important to stress these high standards within mediumship. I want to break down a few areas where mediumship certification can be beneficial, not just to the medium themselves, but potential clients. And I know not everyone listening right now may be working with paid clients, but maybe eventually someday you will. And I'll start with how gaining a reputable certification can benefit your clients or recipients. And again, I know not everyone is working with paid clients now, but maybe someday in the future you will. And if not, maybe something in here will also be of benefit to you as well. So a certification shows that the medium can work in an evidential way under specific criteria. The typical criteria used within most reputable certifications. There are also things that a professional medium should really be able to deliver on during a professional session. If a medium can comfortably hit these certification requirements, then it's a good gauge that a medium is ready for professional sessions in terms of technique. If you are a developing medium that feels ready to go pro, you might want to consider gaining a certification beforehand, as it will add to your confidence. And also the price point when deciding on session fees. In terms of clientele, reputable certifications can help distinguish you as a highly qualified and legitimate professional medium. It allows potential clients to feel more secure in scheduling with you, as a certification adds credibility in the field that unfortunately it does have its fair share of fraudulent activity and underdeveloped self-proclaimed mediums. So it's really important. This is an important factor which you can gain by obtaining a reputable certification to allow a client to feel more at ease with you and feel that they're not maybe being contacted by a scammer or a fraud if you hold a reputable certification. How many times have you been scrolling in Facebook or social media and suddenly you're messaged by someone you don't know saying something like someone in spirit told them to contact you with a message, and if you pay them a certain fee, then they'll give you the message? Or you posted a comment and somebody then in the comments reaches out to you saying they're being drawn to you and they have a message from one of your loved ones, and only if you pay X dollar amount, then they'll give you the message. That's the worst. And those that are seeking out the grieving and social media networks and grief support groups and bereavement groups, it can be difficult for those clients who are new to mediumship, especially grieving individuals or older clientele who may not be as savvy to online scams. It makes it harder to decipher who's the professional medium versus who's the professional scammer. So you might have noticed throughout this video that several times I've said reputable when discussing certifications. I want to make a notable distinction here. Some mediumship instructors offer a certificate of completion after course level, which is not the same thing as being tested and certified. But then there are other instructors that teach a course and offer a certification, after the course is done. But they do it only after watching a few of your contacts in a course setting. Neither of these things truly offer the same results as being tested unbiasedly. So it doesn't really reflect a certain skill level or development. If you're a beginner or intermediate and take a weekend or a couple weeks course, you cannot really learn the needed skills in that time frame to then transition into a professional career, in my opinion. Any instructor certifying a beginner medium who's only taken a weekend course or a very short course, it's doing a disservice to that medium and their recipients. It sets them up potentially for failure and provides a false sense of aptitude that can be a rude awakening when working professionally with the public. I've had too many mentoring students come to me after they've unfortunately had the experience of paying for an overpriced short course or weekend course through another instructor with a guarantee that they would become certified, only to be placed in a breakout room the majority of the time, not receiving any instant feedback while working or any one-on-one time with the instructor, which is crazy. I will be creating a separate video on mentoring and courses and what to really look for in the near future, as it's extremely important for the mediums of the future to have the foundation that they need to succeed and not be set up for failure. So what are some of the things that you might look for in a reputable certification? I'll list a few things that I looked for when getting my certification. So first is the certification through an organization, a school, an individual instructor. What credentials does the certification provider have? How long have they been providing mediumship certifications? Do they solely offer mediumship certifications or a number of other modalities? What's their specialty? How do they conduct the testing? Are there specific pre-qualifications prior to applying for that certification? What is the scoring or passing qualifications in order to qualify? What precisely do they test on? How many test sittings are there, and how long does each session last? Does the certification provider have a good reputation? Are they well respected in the field? Those are just a few things you want to look for. A few certification providers that I can recommend would be Forever Family Foundation SNU, Spiritualist Nationalist Union, possibly Arthur Findlay College, and Mark Ireland, whom I have my certification provided by. He also works through Helping Parents Heal as well. That said, I do believe every medium do I believe every medium needs to be certified through one of the above providers in order to be working professionally? Absolutely not. I know numerous evidential mediums that are extremely gifted that provide enormous healing to both sides of the veil, and they do not hold certifications. They do, however, put in the work, the time and devotion to develop the craft of mediumship. They were proficient at working evidentially in a consistent manner for a period of time. They've proven their skills in numerous ways, such as group readings, public demonstrations. Their feedback and reviews were consistently high, and they were well respected in the field. Choosing not to become certified is not necessarily for every medium. Each medium should look at their own individual situation and trust your gut and whether it's right for you. Also, don't pressure yourself into a certification before you're ready. It can take years of classes and mentoring to develop the skills needed for certain certifications. Now, I will say that although you may receive a certification, your learning and development as a medium, it never truly ends. I'm always looking to grow and deepen my craft with the spirit world. They're constantly teaching me. I feel the minute you mistakenly think that you know everything about mediumship, then you're going backwards. So I know this was a touchy subject, and I really appreciate you listening and being open. It's so important that we share our thoughts and our insights so that mediumship can thrive. Mediumship is beautiful and a powerful blessing for those that experience it, and I'm happy to be on this journey with you. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic and any other spiritual topics you are interested in. So feel free to share a comment below. If you found this video helpful and would like to see more when I release them, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Finally, if you are interested in developing mediumship or maybe even possibly certification, you can reach out to me to learn about my mentoring. I'm always happy to answer your questions. You can connect with me by checking out my website at www.kimberlyandspirit.com. Until next time, take care.